Critical Role's Soldiers table faces some horrifying consequences after pushing their luck a little too far. D&D reveals their first AAA video game since Baldur's Gate 3, and Warhammer 40k has another huge announcement.
Fight on as the galaxy burns.
Before we dive into Critical Role consequences and some major 40k and D&D news, why not take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help us keep these videos coming. It's free, it's fast, and it really makes a huge difference. And then, let's dive into the news. Critical Role Campaign 4 Episode 9 finally answered some huge questions before leaving the soldiers' table staring down the barrel of a potential party wipe after they let Tyranny push her luck perhaps one time too many, while searching through a castle held by House Taconis for Teor's brother. The big answers we got included the origins of the King's Hound, which also raise a very interesting possibility about the true fate of Thiazi, as it turns out that while resurrection is basically impossible, druids can use their magic to guide the souls of the dead into the bodies of animals, basically creating awakened animals in a way. And the King's Hounds were soldiers who pledged their eternal loyalty to King Gus, and so were brought back as his loyal hounds once they perished serving their king. But if the druids can shift souls of the dead into the bodies of animals, what happened to Thiazi and that falcon that flew by right as he was being executed? Another big answer revolved around Wikander's lost love, who turned out to be an actress named Armas, who he was introduced to by Hal, and who Tyranny also apparently knew, so while she may have been swiped by House Halavar, it does not appear that Tyranny is using her body as her vessel. However, Hal introducing Wikander to Armas and the new play Hal is putting on to push Orcish pride and remind people of the great struggles of the past all kind of point towards Hal being more involved with the politics and PR of Thiazi's work than we ever thought. The final big reveal, though, is one that could literally see the soldiers' party wiped next episode, as we learn that House Taconis is actively grave-robbing their way across the realm, looting corpses from cairns and barrows, perhaps to further bolster their massive army of undead, with House Halavar seeming to be deeply connected to their plans as well, as the Candescent Creed Hospital in the new town the soldiers visited is somehow tied to the Taconis family's horrific experiments at the nearby castle. Tyranny decided to try and talk her way into the rooms beneath the castle where Teor's brother may have been held by disguising herself as Octus, and this turned out to be a horrible plan, as the Taconis family member who saw her immediately knew that Octus was already dead, at least in their minds, and used some kind of basilisk to start turning Tyranny to stone. As Travis and Sam pointed out in the cooldown, they have no way of fixing that at level 3, and Brennan also described this underground chamber as filled with more soldiers than they can count. So with the next episode starting with an initiative roll, this could really see the end of some, if not all of the soldiers' table, as they appear to have pressed their luck one too many times. And with Thimble also learning that House Royce, the house who controlled the Golden Orchard with ties to the Fey Realm and the Sundered House that originally presented her to Thiazi as a gift, has now been destroyed, can anyone really stop the combined powers of Halavar and Taconis? That appears to be the biggest question of them all early on in Campaign 4.
That's rough, buddy.
Dungeons & Dragons have revealed the trailer for their first AAA video game since Baldur's Gate 3 at the Game Awards last night, and it's not an RPG. The new game, Warlock, is a third-person action-adventure game set in a dark fantasy world where you, as you may have guessed, take control of a warlock using their pack to help destroy the evil infesting their world. While we won't get a look at the actual gameplay itself until 2026, and the game won't officially launch until 2027, it's interesting that D&D has pivoted away from their RPG roots for the first big title after Baldur's Gate 3. And even more so when you consider that this is from Invoke Studios, not Giant Skull Studios, where the former creators of the Jedi Survivor series are also working on some kind of action-adventure D&D game. So for whatever reason, D&D does not seem to feel like trying to follow up on Baldur's Gate 3 with another RPG is in their best interest. So we'll just have to wait and see till this coming summer if this gamble on action-adventure games instead could finally pay off.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
And finally, Warhammer 40k had another huge announcement at the Game Awards just a week after it was revealed that the Primarchs would be playable in the upcoming Dawn of War 4. It turns out that 40k fans' dreams are coming true as the long-awaited Warhammer 40k Total War is finally happening. While Warhammer fantasy fans have been enjoying the various Warhammer Total War games, Warhammer 40k has never gotten involved with the much-loved strategy warfare franchise, despite fans begging for it for nearly a decade. But at the Game Awards, Game Workshop's finally revealed that Warhammer 40k Total War is happening, and it looks absolutely amazing, with its massive Space Marine armies and galactic campaign setting giving it a distinctly different look and feel from other Total War games. While it doesn't have an official release date yet, based on the fact that it was revealed so close to Dawn of War 4, it could be an amazing few years for 40k strategy fans, with both incredibly anticipated titles heading our way sometime in the very near future. And that's all we have this week for Fantasy News Friday. Let us know what your favorite story was down in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.